Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Betterment channel where we share knowledge and self-development tips through great books. There is a very true saying that a happy life is the combination of our daily right decisions. This means that we do not have to constantly make decisions or prepare for important decisions, from simple tasks like choosing food, to bigger decisions like how we live and who we become. However, in life, there are many times when we know what we should do, even commit to change, but end up choosing things that we regret. For example, wanting to lose weight but still can't resist your favorite foods, or needing to go to bed early but getting sucked into your phone. We know that procrastination is not good, but we still hesitate and have to rush to finish the work on the last day. Day after day, you are constantly being led astray by wrong decisions. So what power is controlling your behavior? Why is our will so weak? You may think that you lack discipline, self-control, or reason, but these reasons are only superficial. So, let's explore the power within us to control our behavior. Let's look at the external aspects and focus on our will to achieve our goals in life. We can do it. If you want to have the discipline to succeed and achieve what you want, you can't start by forcing yourself to be rational or have a strong mind in the face of a multitude of daily and lifelong decisions. Simply making the right choices is enough to bring joy to life. The book that Daily Betterment would like to share with you today is called The Happiness Hypothesis by Jonathan Haidt, a great psychologist and thinker, which will help you better understand the root cause of weak will and lead to the inability to achieve happiness. This book synthesizes knowledge from many fields, such as psychology, philosophy, sociology, religion, ethics, and anthropology, along with research results from modern neuroscience and social psychology, to test classical hypotheses about happiness. Other famous psychologists such as Martin Seligman, Barry Schwartz, and Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, author of the book Flow, also gave rave reviews of this book in newspapers such as People and the Times. The book is not only about happiness, psychology, and personal development, but also a story about the mind and intelligence in you. Understanding it will help you know how to go the right way towards a truly happy life, and now invite you to listen to the sharing content today. We are merely elephant riders, not the rulers of the elephant. How does our psyche function? Buddha had a teaching like this. Before this mind runs wild, chasing after desires, cravings, and indulgences, now let us restrain the self, like controlling a wild elephant. Buddha likened the human psyche to that of a wild elephant, freely indulging in desires. But we can become the elephant riders, holding the reins to control the mighty elephant. Even when it is furious and impulsive, we can still control our soul and instincts, much like a wild elephant, while our rationality acts as the rider controlling the elephant. This is also the association used by the author throughout this book, and also during his 10 years of research and preaching. In recent years, the field of social sciences has consistently affirmed that humans are rational individuals capable of using available resources to set and achieve goals. However, sometimes greed, selfishness, fear, or a preference for comfort can overpower our rationality. Only when the elephant has no individual desires can we control and triumph over it. But if the elephant desires something, we often cannot control it. Therefore, if we simply adhere to the social science trend that insists on discipline without understanding the instinctual nature from the elephant within use, it will be very difficult to achieve unity between heart and mind and thus attain the desired life. Because human rationality truly operates based on emotions, and only when the brain is filled with emotional rationality does it become effective. Additionally, research indicates that the human psyche is an extremely complex process, which can be divided into 4 parts: mind and body, left brain and right brain, emotion and rationality, control and automaticity. These are in conflict with each other, leading to inner division. The first division is between our body and mind, often resulting in conflicts. A French philosopher pointed out that each part of our body has its own emotions and perspectives. Hence, Sometimes your cognitive mind cannot control the body's reactions. The second division is the lack of cooperation between the left and right brains. The left brain is the rider, while the right brain is the elephant. However, the left brain often confuses the right brain. The left brain's language processing center is very good at creating reasons, including unreasonable ones. Even without understanding these reasons, the rider can still command the elephant naturally. Finally, the most important division lies in the control system and automation. The automation system is the elephant, which reacts instinctively to emotions and intuitions. However, the elephant is often controlled by desires and temptations. It holds the dopamine activation button, the happiness hormone, making you do things that excite you but are ultimately harmful. That's why the elephant within you does whatever it wants, indulging in hours of phone scrolling, excessive caffeine, smoking, sexual activities, or sweets. These stimulate dopamine release but can lead to overconsumption and eventually emptiness. At this point, the control system, represented by the rider, will act. The rider represents deep thoughts, long-term vision, and plans. However, the problem here is that the rider can only act as an advisor, giving advice to the elephant, but cannot fully control its behavior. In conclusion, we are elephant riders, not the rulers of the elephant. You and I are not kings, but can only advise the elephant's actions. So how do we advise it? In the next section, there will be 7 doors waiting for you to open to be able to perceive and understand the mighty elephant within you, thereby helping you to harmonize with the elephant and become the controller of the elephant on the true path to your own happiness. Understanding and harmonizing with the elephant within you. The first door through which the elephant acts is the preference scale. It's an intriguing experience when a monkey is given a fruit it has never tasted before. If the fruit is sweet, the creature will feel joyful and immediately eat a large piece. The preference scale will display, "I like it." Conversely, if the fruit tastes bitter, the monkey will not be happy and will never eat it again. Similarly, we humans also have a preference scale, and most of our activities are based on this. In psychology, the emotional activation effect is when the elephant sees words like hope, playfulness, entertainment, they will read quickly and feel happy. However, when the elephant sees words like death, loss, boredom, they will immediately have negative reactions. This shows that the elephant within us always has a preference scale, and most actions are decided based on this scale. When the elephant sees words like hope, playfulness, entertainment, they will read quickly and feel happy. Conversely, when the elephant sees words like death, loss, boredom, they will immediately have negative reactions. At this moment, the elephant rider might say, "Isn't this unusual? Everyone has things they like and dislike." However, think deeper with questions like, what job do you like? Where do you want to live? What kind of partner do you want to seek? How do you want to live your life? Can players easily answer these important questions related to destiny? Of course not, but we need to remember that the elephant and the rider of the 21st century are living in a vast and complex information environment. It's very difficult to understand what is truly necessary at this time. Like or dislike is the primary way the elephant can choose to filter and evaluate content. If the rider doesn't focus on observation and doesn't have opinions, they may be fascinated by the illusions created by the elephant, and everything around could easily become things they like. Gradually, the elephant rider loses their sobriety. As Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Life is truly what we think, but our thoughts often form quickly and unconsciously. Be cautious of times when the other elephants are shouting that they only want to buy brands and only watch content they like, only communicate with people they like, and only stay in houses they like. So, observe yourself carefully and reconsider what you like and dislike to see what is illusion and what is genuine preference. Next is the second door. Negative preferences are based on the design principles of species in the animal world. The reaction of animals to bad things will be stronger than to good things. This is also true with us humans. Often we have a more sensitive mentality towards negative things, and humans will pay more attention to negative information and events, reacting to them faster, stronger, and longer than to positive things. For example, when hearing good news, your elephant may react immediately. But when hearing bad news, the elephant will be haunted and unable to be calm for a long time. Extreme preference is very dangerous, because when the elephant is too focused on negative information, it will generate negative reactions. Without consolation or encouragement, the elephant will become distressed and abnormal, as Benjamin Franklin said. We may feel a little pain, but when healthy, we feel nothing at all. Next, let's open door number 3 for ourselves. The elephant says that what it sees is right, and others should feel the same way. The elephant rider immediately replied accurately, "I can only believe in what I see." The elephant continued to speak. "I enjoy reading about scandals in the entertainment industry, and the elephant rider agree, saying that sometimes reading gossip isn't bad either." The elephant asserts that it can evaluate others and itself objectively. The rider replies, "Of course, as long as I want to." Do you feel anything wrong with this conversation? In fact, this is a sign of self-righteousness, showing itself as right for both the elephant and the elephant rider. It's common for people to believe they are correct, such as people enjoying reading gossip because it allows them to easily judge others based on their own values and feel their own morality. And feeling morally superior to others is a manifestation of moral superiority thinking. Or it could be a sign of someone with a strong, naive, realist mindset, believing that the world I see and feel is the most real, and others should agree with me. People like this believe they are not biased, but in reality, they are unaware that this personal perspective is a form of selfish bias or unconscious narcissistic thinking. They can easily see the flaws of others, but they do not seek the root cause within themselves and ignore their own shortcomings. As in the Gospel of Matthew said, "We may see a small speck in someone else's eye, but we ignore the big plank in our own eye." Psychologist David Dunning conducted an experiment and found that people always rate their own deeds highly, while reevaluating the value of others' behavior very objectively. When evaluating others, they rely on facts, but when evaluating themselves, they do the opposite. We often subconsciously associate the body with beautiful features, then seek benefits for ourselves and confidently believe in ourselves. Similarly, when we make mistakes, we will try our best to protect ourselves, finding every reason to defend ourselves vigorously. You need to remember that these instinctual psychologies can cause trouble in working with others. In the crucial 4th door, we will see that elephants always have an instinctual reaction that naturally emerges when treated well. Reciprocity is key to human satisfaction. When someone treats us well and brings us benefits, we want to reciprocate, repay them, and bring them benefits. However, the flip side of this instinct can lead to cruelty. Deep within the soul of each elephant, we always have a strong moral emotion called justice and righteousness. Therefore, when watching movies, we always hope that the villain must be punished and the righteous should be rewarded. From a psychological perspective, this truth has its roots in our innate mimicry nature. When we become close to someone we admire, we subconsciously mimic their actions and thoughts. We also tend to treat these people more kindly because mimicry shows that we belong to the same group, and the herd instinct is deeply ingrained in our genes. Once we understand this reciprocal instinct in elephants, we need to look more closely at ourselves in relationships, not letting hatred or resentment lead to wrongdoing. We can use this reciprocal instinct as a balance in friendships and love relationships, but it's important to note that this balance always needs to be maintained and moderate. Giving too much or too little from the start can be a destructive factor in any relationship. Giving gifts to each other properly or sincerely helping each other can enhance relationships. Remember that the teachings of Confucius from thousands of years ago are still the fundamental principles that can guide us throughout our lives. That is, do not do unto others what you would not have them do unto you. In the fifth door, greed and consumption for vanity, you will clearly see the greed always present in your elephant. Returning to your elephant's favorite chart, you will see that it always marks the things it likes or dislikes. Then, it will inform the elephant rider about these results. The elephant rider will try to fulfill the elephant's desires, and this process will be repeated daily until the elephant rider forms a specific trend. The elephant will demand what the elephant rider can provide, and when unable to meet the elephant's demands, the elephant rider will become angry for not being able to satisfy the elephant. Material obsession often turns the elephant rider into their captive. We need to realize that liking or disliking sometimes doesn't matter. What we really need to pay attention to is whether it is necessary or not. Stemming from the greed in the elephant, both the elephant rider and the elephant begin to consume for vanity. But the irony is that trying to appear and actually becoming are two completely different concepts. Consuming for vanity only makes the elephant rider appear to live for appearances rather than actually becoming and turning oneself into a slave of consumption. In summary, when understanding this psychology of the elephant and the elephant rider, we should not avoid consumption but rather refocus on the goal of spending money. Spend without vanity, meaning spend something based on the value of the product and not to demonstrate personal status or exhibit displays for oneself. We will approach door number 6 to witness the excessively high self-esteem in each elephant. Elephants often have a strong sense of pride and protect their self-esteem, regardless of whether it causes harm to others or not. At this point, the elephant pushes the rider to express emotions in its own way. Conversely, when self-esteem is too weak, it leads to lack of confidence, and elephants often blame themselves and criticize themselves when facing difficulties. The initial reaction is often not to overcome, but to withdraw or stand still. A suggestion for us to improve reasonable self-esteem is to learn a skill that you can do and make yourself feel proud. Finally, the door number 7 is the paradox of choice. Initially, we said that happiness is a choice, but choice always comes with its paradox. Too many choices often make us less happy. Sometimes we still think that we have to earn more money to have power and more choices at hand. People often overvalue having many choices, and they have to strive to get into a certain profession to have more job opportunities later, or have to work for a good company to find a good partner in the future. Such advice is often heard. In reality, happiness is a choice, and also a kind of capability. The capability here is the ability to make correct and reasonable choices. Not always having many choices is a good thing. Those who are always indecisive will continue to be indecisive, and those who try to weigh the benefits will have difficulty weighing all the benefits. The most important thing on the path the elephant is walking is not how many choices there are, but ensuring that the elephant can move forward. The most important thing is not to focus on the available choices, but to take action to make choices. We have passed through 7 doors to gain a deeper understanding of the elephant within each of us. In the final part, let's explore together how to become elephant riders, avoiding being blinded by instinct but still following the path from the heart to achieve happiness. I have summarized 2 important steps from the book as follows. The first step is to collaborate with the elephant, as analyzed above. The first important thing is to recognize the relationship between the elephant rider and the elephant, accepting that both have weaknesses. Accept these flaws as part of your comprehensive self. This means accepting oneself and looking straight into one's true self. We are a combination of the elephant rider and the elephant. Wanting to control the elephant with willpower alone is not enough. We must find a way to collaborate with it because our physical and mental well-being depends on this collaboration. Facing our weak will to make these motivations work correctly. That is, the elephant rider always needs to continuously examine and reflect on oneself. So first, we need to review what? We should review our automated thoughts and behaviors. For example, the habit of scrolling on our phones for hours after dinner. When you go to bed, do you watch movies or play games until late? Then, you realize the irrational beliefs in yourself. That is, exaggerating thoughts, exaggerating self-centeredness, and non-constructive thinking in daily life. Set action goals for yourself instead of psychological goals. The second step is to use the positive psychology happiness equation. This equation includes factors such as the durability of actual happiness, the range of satisfaction due to innate factors, living conditions, and controllable factors. To achieve long-term happiness, all 3 factors need to be combined: genetics, living conditions, and controllable factors. We can only adapt to factors that cannot be changed, such as money, gender, age, and residence. The only thing we can change is controllable factors. Similarly, we also need to change things within our control and accept what cannot be changed. The author has provided some useful advice to adjust external factors to increase happiness, such as reducing noise because it can cause suffering and we cannot adapt to it. So it's best to live in a quiet place. Then we need to reduce travel time, reduce workload, earn less money, reduce accumulation of wealth. At the same time, learn new knowledge, experiment with new things, and spend more time with family, rest, and engage in activities beneficial to body and soul. Practice meditation and enhance the experience of focused flow, forgetting both time and current work. Finally, the relationship between humans is an important factor influencing our happiness. If you have an annoying friend or colleague, or live with an incompatible partner, you will find it difficult to be happy. Take care of your relationships, learn how to nurture love, affection, and friendship to enrich life. Also, if you encounter mental difficulties, seek psychological recovery methods such as reflection, self-awareness, and seeking help. Writing down emotions, lessons learned from experiences, and reasons behind daily events can help you find meaning and solve difficulties more wisely. These are the core things that Daily Betterment has drawn from this famous psychology book. We know that the elephant is a powerful source of energy within us. It is the untapped potential of the subconscious. We are the elephant riders and do not need to be too strict with their natural behavior. Let's become friends with the elephant so that we can say to our own elephant, "Hello, my elephant. I understand your existence now. Let's discuss our future," hoping both you and I, the elephant riders, can resist all temptations and desires, accept the weaknesses of instinct that can be accepted, and harmonize with the elephant within us. In the end, you will become a wise and unified entity moving forward, where true happiness is always waiting. Thank you for listening. If you found this video helpful, please share it with those who need it, like, and subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every week. Once again, thank you, and see you in the next videos.